scripted. City were all over the team from Germany, nothing like last season's two encounters. The possession stats at half-time were quite close, grew in City's favour in the second half. They dominated, 11 attempts on target to 1, 20 in total. And the fact that Claudio Bravo only had to make a couple of saves says it all, really. All too easy. The story then of the competition this season, with this evening, with the 9 games in total. We know what happened here. 2 each, Leverkusen and CSKA, with the Germans 2 up, but pegged back. Monaco have won at Wembley in front of 85,000. No doubt mainly disappointed Spurs fans. Real Madrid were trailing very late in the game. Ronaldo with a very late free kick to equalise, wouldn't you know it? And Morata in the 95th minute, moments ago, has won it. That's how you end up with 11 European Cups. Dortmund 6 at Legia Warsaw tonight. Götze and Aubameyang amongst the scorers. What a start for Leicester in the Champions League. 3-0 winners in Bruges. Good result for Copenhagen, that in Leicester's group, 1-1 at Porto. Lyon 3-0 winners against Dinamo Zagreb, and goalless Juventus and Sevilla. Yep, straightforward and almost embarrassing for the visitors, certainly not for him and his teammates. 1-0 Aguero, a penalty converted easily by the Argentine. 2 became 3 in the second half as he waltzed past Jan Sommer. And Iheanacho on as a substitute made it 4 from Sané's set-up late on. Let's hear from 2 of the City heroes downstairs with Natalie Quirk.
Pablo, a great week for Manchester City and another confident performance tonight. Could you have had even more goals, do you think?
Well, probably. I think we should have scored probably a few more goals. We played really decent football tonight. We created a lot of chances. I think, you know, I thought we were on top of them from the first minute to the end of the game. So very pleased with the performance of the team. So we knew how important it was today to win the first game of the Champions League. It's going to be very tough. We are in a very tough group. So it was a huge win today.
When you prepared to have the game last night, you have to wait 24 hours. Does that affect you mentally?
Yeah, psychologically it was hard because you know that you are waiting the game, Champions League game. We've been working hard after the derby game, and we were so focused on that game. And you know, it's when one of those days where you prepare and you just start to think about the Champions League game. And well, you know, the weather conditions was not the best last night. Probably today was too hot, but it was important to play today.
Okay, you've had to wait patiently and work very hard. Are you happy with your debut tonight?
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's a perfect day for me. I was waiting for this moment for a long time, and yeah, now it was my first game, and I think it was good. And I try to work hard and just look forward for the next game.
And physically, do you feel okay after the first game in 4 months?
Of course, it's not easy after such a long time. 4 months of rehabilitation is always hard, and especially when you don't have the opportunity to have a test or just a friendly game to use and to try to came into the game. And now I started from 0, and I think it was very well. And 80 minutes was a quite long time for the first game, so I'm very happy about the win.
And Pablo, as you said, this result made all the more important with Barcelona setting the pace last night.
Well, we know that, as I said before, we are in a very tough group, and now we have to play Celtic away. Probably people saying they are the weakest team in the group, but I don't think so. I don't agree with that. They are a very strong team, especially when they play at home. We know that always Barcelona away is so difficult to play against. So probably they had a bad day, but as I say, every single game is going to be very difficult in this group. So all the home games are so important for us to try to secure the 3 points. And then, of course, away from home, we will try to play the same football as we did tonight, and try to play in our way to keep the momentum going. And now it's just time to think about Premier League games next Saturday.
Well done tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pablo Zabaleta and Ilkay Gundogan, Bournemouth at home on Saturday, and if they were watching, they'll be fearful, Rodney?
It was a great evening. I mean, they did fantastically. I think the early goal helped, and great goal. I mean, Kolarov, it looks like a new player compared to last season. He's in the heart of everything. Great low cross, and the movement from Aguero is world class.
Yeah. There's a sense of the jigsaw already coming together, Donny. That's the bit that will worry the competitors, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, probably if you asked them, you asked the manager the other day, and he's saying he's not happy with how things are. There's still more to come, and if they get much better, it's going to be a real struggle for everyone else, because the way they're playing, nobody can get near them at the moment. You know, they've got so much possession in every game, and everyone is so comfortable on the ball and so much time, and whether it's a new style of football or whatever that it is that they've brought to the Premier League, it seems to be taking them ahead of everyone. And then tonight, see one of the top sides from Europe in Germany, one of the top leagues, you're destroyed.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. Was there an element of I don't want to say fortune about the penalty, but sometimes you don't get these. Sometimes it's given outside, or maybe not given at all. But Kuiper's in no doubt, are they?
Yeah, I think a typical example here, running at the defence, and when you run at the defence, and at some point the defenders has to commit, and I think the defender commit here, slight contact in the box, on the line, for me a penalty.
Yeah, no doubt in your mind. I think as a defender you might have argued, would you?
I think it was a penalty on that one.
Okay.
With that, this is what Aguero's done. He's missed 2 penalties previously in the Champions League, and he took one against Stoke and scored straight away, and then tonight that was a perfect one. You know, he sent the keeper the wrong way, and a comfortable finish on him.
Yeah, yeah. And when he gets 2, you kind of know there's a certain air of inevitability, isn't there? Particularly when he came out second half, we thought, well, if he's going to be on the pitch, he's going to want his hat-trick. Yeah,
it was in danger that the game dies out, but here there was a pride moment from Raheem, and then you see the composure. You open up and track the ball over and put it in the empty net. Great attack. I think you could argue slight offside, but I'm a striker. I'm always will say always in favour of the striker. so we take that one.
Yeah. You mentioned before, Donny, that for all of their riches and personnel and additions, he's the one player perhaps you've got to wrap in cotton wool and ice packs, have you?
Yeah, he's the one player that frightens the life out of defenders. When you see his name on the team sheet, you know it's going to be a real tough night.
Yeah, I know they won without him on Saturday at Old Trafford, so that suggests something, but
as over a season you would want him to play more than not. And fair play to Iheanacho, because he gets so many goals every time he comes in off the bench, or he started on Saturday in the derby and got a goal. But he's maybe not the finished article at the moment, but he's certainly a great backup, and whether later on in the Champions League he's good enough at that level, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, all the new additions starting to look good.
I think it was a great opportunity to introduce Sané and Iheanacho, and you see how those young players can lighten up even the pitch and make it a straightaway impact. And you saw on Sané, the player I saw in the Bundesliga. I mean, driving on people, committing people, and sliding people in.
Let's see if the boss was happy. Pep Guardiola downstairs with Natalie.
Pep, a winning start, 4 goals and a clean sheet. Was that a job well done?
Yeah, we play good. We play well. So thanks for all the players for making me so happy. So make happy our fans, and I hope our football can be better and better, and our games in the Champions League. All the people in Manchester, the fan supporters can come here and see us. We need their support. We need all the stadium full to compete against the best teams in Europe.
Sergio Aguero showing his importance again with another hat-trick. Of all the strikers you've worked with over your time, where does he rank for you?
One of the best. One of the best, no doubt about that. He has a special quality in the box, and he's a special player.
Gundogan making his debut and had a chance to score as well. How effective was he tonight for you?
No, he played after 3 or 4 months injured, so he played with so intelligent. He's an amazing player. Had the quality with the ball, and 2 foot. He's intelligent to move. He's a worker, and he had dribbling. He arrived in the box in the right moment, the right tempo. And of course, it's going to help us a lot this year. It's going to help us. We are so happy to have him here.
Great win on Saturday and a great win tonight. Is consistency been the most pleasing thing for you so far?
Yeah, so there's many games until now. So we play 7 official games. We won all of them, and every day, every game we play better and better. And today we learn a lot. Except the last 15 minutes, the first half, we had the problem to our pressure. After we dominated, we played with a good sense, and we played real good.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Seems reasonably happy, as he should be. Now, I gather that Ilkay Gundogan was his #1 target in the summer. The player he first wanted to get here to add to the ranks, and some glimpses tonight of why?
He's a very, very good player. Pep knows him from Germany. He saw him so many times in Germany. And I think this is such a vote of confidence to sign a player with having that sort of injury and still spending the money on him. I mean, Pep knows exactly what he gets. And like I said, it's not easy to play after that time. His first game, first competitive game, I think was very well that he played home and against a team he knows from the Bundesliga. And you see his map, he's playing very much in his position. He's finding always great pockets to pick up the ball and link up with other players. I mean, he will be a great addition.
Yeah, presumably he's one of the few that was glad it poured with rain last night, because he wasn't due to start last night, but he started tonight and had an impact, and will presumably get better. We'll find some fitness and form.
Yeah, once he gets fitter and more games, he'll improve again. And having him, he'd probably play a little bit deeper when everyone's fit. But tonight, I mean, it's such a long time since he's played, and he looks so comfortable on the pitch and fitted in so well with the rest of the team.
And great with the ball. You kind of expect that. That was maybe the case last season. Some signs tonight of what they do without the ball that you wouldn't necessarily have seen last season, Rich.
No, I think this is one thing that they probably dropped off on last season, and it's so important. And you can see from the first whistles to the last, they just keep going, and they haven't got 2 or 3 players to do it. You know, they've got all the superstars in the team. They're all doing it, and they're all running around, and it's so disheartening for the other teams constantly. And the main player in the team is Aguero, and he gives it away, and he's chased the half of the pitch to get it back, and then but they start another attack, you know. And it's amazing how the manager has turned them around to make them do this.
Yeah, and he never, although he sounded satisfied then, he never looks it during the game, because he always wants more.
I mean, every interview he talks about learning and improving, and I think that's a great sign of a winner. You know, he never rests. I think he's a perfectionist. He's striving to perfection, and coming back off the clips we just seen, I think the team compared to last year looks much fitter. And I think when they have the ball, they're resting in possession, and when they lose the ball, they go for this 4 or 5 seconds and win it high up on the pitch, and they're saving a lot of energy by doing that.
It's very good, as have you both been. Thank you very much, Uwe and Richard. We're out of time, but highlights of all tonight's Champions League games with Gary shortly. But City contenders surely this season. Thanks for...
It's not often, is it, that you win your first match 4-0 and then not top the group. That's, of course, because Barcelona spanked Celtic last night by 7 goals. But terrific start for Manchester City, which bodes well for qualification through to the knockout stages. And I suppose once again, one man grabbed the headlines, Rio, Sergio Aguero, 2nd consecutive Champions League hat-trick. He did it in the qualifier, of course, and 9 hat-tricks for Manchester City. He's a class act, isn't he?
Yeah, he's for me, the best striker in the Premier League the last few years. He's consistently just bangs in goals, left foot, right foot. And what happens when he gets in the box, he's so calm, and he just makes things look so easy. And the goal that we're going to see in a bit when he goes around the goalkeeper, that's like he's in the playground. It's Champions League stage he's on, but he's a fantastic little player. He just needs to stay fit, and he'll be top goal scorer.
Yeah, I suppose that's the only question mark against him ever, isn't it? That he does seem to, you know, get the odd hamstring injury or the odd injury. But aside from that, Martin, he's a brilliant little striker.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I agree with Rio. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player. But it is the problem with him is that he does miss matches during the course of the season. Almost inevitable, really, because the top-class players are playing for club and country now, and he has a lot of travelling to do, lots of things like that.
Proper poacher's goal, this one.
Just magnificent.
That's what the strikers do. The top strikers, they make them runs across the front post. But there you go, look, you just worry. Every time he goes down, you just think, is he going to have to come off? Is he going to be 3 or 4 weeks out? Penalty, cool as you like. Sends the keeper the wrong way. But he just looks like he's always going to get a chance. This is great from Raheem Sterling, but this is the one I was talking about before, the cool, calm.
It's gone out of fashion a little bit going around the goalkeeper. I think it was the easiest method of scoring. But
You used to like that one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I love that one. Yeah, it's just yeah.
I like him.
Just a few.
You know what the thing? Not just about Aguero. He's involved in the game all the time, always looking to get chances. But the way that Pep Guardiola's implemented his style, his philosophy on this team so quickly, is alarming almost.
Not about 45 touches in the game, which is not that many, but 11 of them were in the box, and 3 of them ended up in the back of the net. Martin,
That's a pretty good ratio. That
you'd take that from any striker, wouldn't you?
I would take that all day long from anyone.
Anyway, well, one little bit of fun for you. Well, not that much fun, but the Borussia Mönchengladbach fans were left on their seats at the ground. A little letter from the club saying they left their letter on their seats, basically giving them an excuse not to go work because the game was postponed by 24 hours. So, nice little touch from the Bundesliga club just there.
Can we get one of them letters sent up here?
I was just thinking the same thing. Are you working tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. I'll give you a letter. I'll write one for you now.
All right.
Anyway, we're with the Premier League champions, Leicester City.